friends, it's Brigitte Parvin here with your weekly Oracle card reading. Thank you for joining me this week. I always look so forward to this time of the week and connecting and just doing this angel reading with you to get guidance for the week. And you can also find me on my Facebook page, Brigitte Parvin, or my author page, How to Get Your Life Back, and also through email or my website, BrigitteParvin.com. So I'm really looking forward to whatever avenue you use. I'm also on TikTok under Brigitte Parvin, just stepping up there, navigating through the world of TikTok. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but hey, at least I'm doing it, right? With courage. So I want to share with you this week in America is Valentine's Day. And so with that week, I really want to emphasize first and foremost that self-love for yourself first. And a lot of people look at me and they think, they know of my beloved partner that I have now, Doug, and I absolutely love and adore him. And people think, that we've had this magnificent relationship, which we have. And it's also been life on life's terms. We've had many different things happen throughout the 22 years that we've been together, but I really want to emphasize the work that it took me and continues to take to be in a loving relationship and to love oneself first, to extend that out to others. Some people say, you have this like great relationship and all that stuff, which is very, very true. People don't know what my previous relationships were like or what Doug's were like. And that was, I'm just going to throw it out there. You could either read my book, How to Get Your Life Back, or get a condensed version right here, right now of all of my other relationships were extremely abusive, physically, mentally, and verbally. I did not know all the different ways that manifested. And so I've had previous, before this relationship, I've had very lonely Valentine's days and lots of shenanigans and lots of extremely abusive things happened to me in the past. So once I became aware of that and kind of had enough, got sick and tired of being sick and tired and could not exist that way anymore. Literally, it was like, if this is what relationships are like in the past, I was screaming, keep them out of my life. And you could get more of that in my book, How to Get Your Life Back. Not that I'm putting a plug in for that, yet I'm putting a plug in for Valentine's Day. Honestly, I am honest with that. So what I'm doing this week is using the relationship cards. And let's keep in mind the message will come from, first and foremost, that relationship, that divine relationship with yourself. And if you are in a relationship, take the message into that context. So I'll take 3 cards for the beginning of the week, midweek, and the latter part of the week. Oh, and by the way, click like and subscribe and share this reading with others if you feel guided. Okay. And this one's that's gonna pop out very much, wants to be in the reading. We call those popper cards. Okay. So the first card is past life relationship. Okay. You have known each other before. Many times in relationships, until a situation is healed or has a lesson to learn, we will revisit that over and over and over. And so sometimes if you're in a really difficult relationship and it feels like a struggling one, you want to constantly be aware of what your side of the street is and not necessarily taking a look at the others, but just kind of do your own inventory, kind of see where the roles that are being played. And when that awareness shows up, you could also thank that person for the love and lessons. Also, in a relationship with a past life relationship, knowing that someone could come back into your life and there's a divine mission to accomplish on this earth plane. Both ways, both serve a high purpose. So if you feel like you've known that person before, the eyes are the window of the soul, they never change. So if you feel familiar, if you feel like you've done this life many times with other people, believe it. That's just how life is. That's Our souls are eternal, and that's just the way it happens. The next card is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And just once again, like in this previous card, take that inventory. What's working, what's not working in your life, and know what you deserve. And when you do that, the universe complies, and it's kind of like, okay, you know your self-worth, you know what you're worthy of. And there's this absolutely wonderful book that I had read in the midst of stuff to discover this. It was called God on a Harley, and to know your worth and to know what you deserve. And the lady's name is Joan Bradley. And so there's just these beautiful values that you have, and sometimes they're just covered up. It's not like you're going to change and be a different person. You're just getting rid of the things that no longer serve you. And remember, when you decide what you clearly want, make sure that you're bringing that to the table too. So you use your spiritual eyes and go, if this is what I do want, am I offering it to the ones around others closest to me? So those are the way things happen, and we get to them quicker that way. The next card is wedding. And this situation involves marriage. And so that's a commitment, whether there's paper or not. It's that commitment you have with another person. And sometimes you want to take that level of commitment to yourself if you're not in a relationship, that you know how important you are and that you will not settle for less than you deserve. And also of building that partnership, co-creating if you're in a relationship, being that type of person in a relationship of how your higher power would want you to treat that person, and knowing what you deserve and knowing what that other person deserves. Now, this goes with the exception of abusive relationships. And that's where you would look back and see what is no longer serving you, what you're not going to put up with, and what you clearly decide and know what you deserve. So love comes in many ways, shapes, and forms. And it also comes with soul mates, which are your beloved fur babies, which are any interactions where you may see and feel the form of God's love. And that comes in the various forms. So look and see this week, where is God's love showing up in my life? And it could be through a stranger, it could be through a neighbor, it could be at work, it could be at home, it could be with that divine love of you just knowing yourself and loving yourself and letting that warm love just cover you, knowing that you're completely a divine being of love, and also extending that in the relationships that you're in today and keeping that basically your sole purpose. So spread love, spread love, spread love. Love is going to heal the world, not just on Valentine's Day, but today and from here on after. So promise me that you will extend that light, you will extend that love, and no matter what, Valentine's Day or not, you're just going to let that expand. So I'm sending you lots of love from my heart to yours, and the light in me honors the light and love in you. Namaste.